Good afternoon, students. This is session 25. In this session, we can discuss use advanced SQL functions and green plum extensions for in database analytics. So, part 2. Right. So, here actually in the part 1, we discussed the advanced SQL functions, how to work with data analytics. So, the objective is how to work with Windows functions, user defined functions and aggregate functions using SQL functions on big data analytics. So, the key concepts of this session is the first one, window functions, second one, user defined functions, third one, ordered aggregates. So, here this section presents advanced SQL topics or techniques that can simplify in database analytics. So, by using several SQL functions, so we can work with aggregation using window functions. For which purpose? Summary results purpose. The next one more function, a rank function that can be used to order a set of rows based on some attributes. Attribute only. The next one, how to use window function. So, this is the first one. In the earlier session, I explained. So, there 3 tables are there, 3 relations are there and one more sub relation is also there. So, one of the relation is customers table. The second one is sales table. So, by using customer ID, sales tables, so how to define the rank? So, by using this syntax, we can use the select as usual. After that, customer ID, we are taking s dot, next s dot, sales, rank over ordered by sales, in which order? Descending order, as sales rank, the result is saved in the which one? Sales rank. After that, from. So, how it is taking? Select customer ID, after that sum of, the total item quantity attribute value is summated multiplied by item price. So, we can get the total 2 columns data. After that, it is doing item quantity into order item price. Yes, that result is saved to the sales. From which table? Orders recent and alias name is R. Where we are using the R means what is the relation name? Orders recent. Group by. So, how it is grouped? By using customer ID, right? So, customer ID, that's all. So, by using this one, we can get the output like this. So, customer ID, this is the first one, second one sales, the third one it's rank. Okay. The next one, what are the different window functions? So, these are the window functions are there, row number, rank number, just now we have seen, one more is dense rank, third one is percent rank, so on so, and finally we are getting nth value of value any comma nth integer, right. So, like this we have number of functions are there. So, as usual how we worked earlier, right. So, in the previous one. So we worked this one, right? Okay, the next one. Then what is user defined functions? So I mean earlier just you have seen these are all functions are built-in functions or predefined functions, but so these are user defined functions because we have required, as per our knowledge, by working with different programming languages or in the SQL also, it is essential to define the user defined function to operate on some data as per our wish, because sometimes the required function may not be available, then user can define his own function. So how to define a user defined function? So here you are seeing this, a user defined function can be written to translate, for example, text strings for female and male to which one? 0 and 1. I mean if female data is there, that is assigned to 0, and male function male data is there, that is assigned to 1 respectively. So such a function may be helpful when formatting data for use in regression analysis. So we are having, there are different types of regression analysis, which is the most important function, regression. So that is very much helpful to analyze the data. So such a function is FM convert. The next one could be implemented like this. Now you are seeing this, create a function, for example FM, I mean F stands for female, M stands for male, convert. But dear students, this function is not predefined function. This function is the FM convert function is a user defined function, and what is the parameter or argument? Text. Returns, finally it returns, that function returns integer data type. Yes. So what is the SQL query we are writing? Select case when 1 is equals to female and $1 is equals to F, then 0, when $1 is equals to M, so then 1. So else, otherwise null. I mean sometimes there may be a third type of attribute, that is nothing but transgender. So in such a case null. So end language SQL immutable returns null on null input. This is the syntax we can write like this. Okay. So now we are using this query. Previously what we did, we created the function. How to use that function? Here we are using select customer gender, comma FM convert. Customer gender is the argument as male from customer demographics limit 5. So customer demographics is a relation, I mean table. From that one, how much output we want? 5. I mean here you can see the 5 number of outputs. Okay. The next one, a user defined function. So aggregate is created to calculate an exponentially weighted moving aggregate, moving average, that is nothing but EWM. Average is A, right? For a given time series, the EWMA series is defined like this. EWMA time series, time is equals to YT. After that alpha dot YT, how many options are there? 2 options, YT. When YT? For T is equals to 1. Otherwise A dot YT plus 1 minus alpha multiplied by EWM A T minus 1. For T greater than or is equals to 2. When time is equals to 1, when time is greater than or is equal to 2. So then where 0 less than or is equals to alpha less than or is equals to 1, because here alpha is taken. So what is the alpha value? The the alpha value is between which one to which one, 0 less than or is equals to 1, I mean between 0 to 1. So, to implement EWMA smoothing, so we can user defined aggregate in SQL. The functionality needs to implement the first as a user defined function. Yes, just now I told you. So, first to implement this one, because EWMA is not a which one, is not a predefined function, I mean built-in defined function. So, therefore, we have to define the EWMA as a which one, user defined function. After that, so we can use the SQL queries, okay na. So, therefore, here we can define the create function. The function name is EWMA calculation. So, here, so how many types of values are there? 3 types of values are there. Numeric, numeric, numeric. Returns its value is also which one? Numeric, okay na. So, like this we can define. After that, we are using here, you can observe dear students. So, what is the case? Select case. So, when $3, otherwise or $3 less than 0, or $3 greater than 1. So, by using these conditions, I mean case is also nothing but a which one? Condition. So, this is defined, this is defined, okay. So, once it is defined, the else statement performs the usual EWMA calculation. Once this function is created, it can be referenced in the user defined aggregate function, create aggregate. So, like this we can do, right. So, the last one, ordered aggregates, that is nothing but sometimes it may be required the data should be in the order, the data should be in the order. Why? For example, if you want to compute, suppose median value in the statistics, okay na. So, the data should be in the which one? Ascending order, I mean smallest to largest should be there. So, at that time the data should be in the which order? So, ascending order. So, to work with this one, what is the function name? For example, array aggregate. So, here you can observe, here by using this one we can compute the which one? The ordered aggregate. Very simple function, nothing is there. Actually here the count, how many values are there, because to work with the median value we have required the how many number of items, right. So, finally what I want to say is window function, so it can allow to perform the calculations across rows in a result set, right, and the user defined functions we can use to define the functions which are not predefined, and it is very much useful to the users or programmers while they are operating on the data, right. So, these are the self assessment questions. So, which of the following is a set function? So, there are 4 options are given. Similarly, which is the most important benefit of window function? Here also 4 options are given. Just test your knowledge, right. So, here I have given the explanation also about this one. Please go through this one after completion of the session, right. These are the 2 number of questions are there. One is what is explain the window functions. The second one is user defined functions and aggregates, and these are the references and web links. Thank you.